There we go. We are live. Welcome, everyone. Let me go ahead and set that pin. Take a few seconds and let everyone trickle into the sacred container we're creating here. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm using earbuds, which is not my norm. So I want to make sure that I'm actually connecting. If you would drop that in the comment, I'd be super grateful. And please let me know where you are joining us from, where in the world. I'm really excited to share. Okay, good. You can hear me? Okay. Thank you. I am doing our live today, live from Savannah Resort in Carefree, Arizona, where we have our beautiful Chopra Whole Health Retreat. And you can see some of the vibes in the background. It's such a beautiful day here. And this is just such a wonderful place to really restore and refresh. So I just want to share how amazing it feels to be here. I had a chance to lead a beautiful workshop last night for the participants of the retreat, and it was really beautiful. So I am grateful to be here with you today. I'm loving where everyone is watching from. I see Mexico, Switzerland, Canada, Hawaii, Japan, Colombia, Utah, Romania, Italy, Toronto, Brooklyn, Alaska. Wow, how incredible. Okay, well, let's settle in to this beautiful conversation. We're at a little different time today because I am at our beautiful whole health retreat. And if you do want more info, I saw a couple comments. Go to chopra.com and under our retreat section, you can see all of the goodness we have lined up this year, all of our in-person events, which feels so good to be back out. There is nothing like a Chopra retreat. Love it. Okay, let's dive in. So thank you for joining me this morning. I am Debbie Brown. I'm the Chief Impact Officer at Chopra, and I'm also the daily leader of meditation on our beautiful app. And we right now in July have been really sinking into a multi-part series that I have on the app called You and Your Dharma. And Dharma is loosely translated from Sanskrit as purpose. And it also can be felt internally as deep inner knowing. So we have been discussing all July all the different layers of how to understand and sink into your purpose, maybe a little bit deeper, connect to it for the first time. We've been having conversations here on live, which you can check out in our IGTVs. We've also been having conversations every week on Clubhouse around this. So on Thursday at this same time, we'll be deepening this conversation with some other voices on Clubhouse. So today, the part of connecting to our dharma that we're going to speak to is around affirmations and archetypes as really beautiful supportive tools in your daily practice that can add such depth and richness to your life and really bring forth a lot more meaningful moments felt. You know, we really get to sink into noticing the meanings, noticing the synchronicities, noticing the signs, and noticing the miracles. So let's get started first. We're talking about affirmations and archetypes. And the first piece let's speak to is affirmations. So last week we got a chance to sink into some mantras, and that's available in our IGTVs if you want to check that out. And I also shared some of my favorite affirmations in that session. But let's really kind of ground in how we can support ourselves using the power of affirmations. And I know affirmations are a very known tool. We kind of see them everywhere now, and it's so beautiful. But really, it's more than just the positivity. It's more than just the positive statement. They can be deeply nourishing spiritual tools. So affirmations are tools for the mind and for the spirit. They're positive statements that can really help you dismantle old programming and limiting beliefs. So what does that look, sound, feel like? Well, very often we take on these judgments about ourselves and about our lives based on old programming, based on our families of origin, based on societal structures, based on so many things that are not our authentic soul and are not our authentic way of being or how we can feel about ourselves. And so part of what we really look to invoke when we use powerful I am statements or present moment statements, affirmations, we're really looking to dismantle that old false programming that was never really true anyways. We just got used to thinking and feeling it. And on a scientific level, what we're doing with affirmations is we're creating these neural pathways. So when used on a regular basis, it forms a neurological pathway that becomes more easily traveled through repetition. And so sometimes, I'm sure many have seen it spoken to, when you do some of the deeper healing work, it really is this process of kind of clearing out your energy and your imprint or your cells, and so much new research is coming up around this. But I am a believer that we can reprogram really at a cellular level and be able to experience ourselves with a lightness of being, a healing, an ease. And so affirmations are such a beautiful tool to do that. And when used on that regular basis, as we're restructuring those pathways, we really get to take in. First, it feels like trying on, and then it feels like fully taking in and embodying these qualities that we already have and are looking to express, or qualities we'd like to tap into and really invoke inside of ourselves. So the beauty of affirmations is you can also make it so fully your own. It's what I found to be one of the most beautiful tools in the journey, because it's truly an opportunity to kind of make it this bespoke experience, make it this really unique kind of luxury experience for self, where you get to create affirmations truly based on your needs and the things that are just so deeply true for your journey, and they support your inner knowing. So I have so many that I work with. It's one of my favorite things to do, and the ways that you can really work to make it your own. And so if you have a notebook handy, it might feel good to jot some of this down, either as a remembrance of what you're already doing, or if you're doing it for the first time. So with affirmations, first and foremost, they're declarative statements. So they really are a statement that you are speaking not as, I hope to have this, or I wish to have this, but it's really powerful when you use those statements as the present moment awareness. This is what is, this is what's happening, this is what will continue, not this is what I hope for. So you wouldn't say, I am working towards, you would say, I am, followed by a statement. Oh, I think we're getting spammed on our comments, sorry. Got a little distracted. I just saw a quick question. Yes, I am at Savannah Resort in Arizona, and this is where we do our whole health retreat at Chopra, and it is so beautiful. I want to, before the video ends, I'll give you a better peek and a better look. Awesome. Okay, so building our affirmations for ourselves can be a really simplified and really fun practice, where you work on first the looking to connect to, what do you wish to invoke? What are maybe some qualities you want to try on? Maybe you want to add in some more nurturance. Maybe you want to add in some power statements. Maybe you want to add in some healing, and really connect to those deeper layers. And so when we're making that declarative statement, we begin it with I am, we speak it in the present tense. And I'm going to go through 3 that may feel good for you as part of your journey with affirmations. So the first one is, I love and accept myself. Close your eyes if that feels good. I love and accept myself. I love and accept myself. And that may seem like, for some, an easy statement, but it's so beautiful when we really sink into how true does that feel inside, and is there opportunity to deepen into that. I'm seeing a few comments come in, and I'm so sorry. I see there's a lot of energetic charge behind them, but I'm not clear on what you're speaking to. So it might feel good if you might want to DM that, because I'm not really clear on what you're speaking to as it relates to artwork, what I'm reading in the comments. So just an offering for you. Yes, I love and accept myself. I say that with my son a lot, and I also say that with myself. Another one that could feel really good is, I attract abundance with ease. 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 Beautiful. Yeah, let that sink in. Thank you. I'm seeing a little bit of clarity with the kind of influx of comments coming in, and so I just want to ground and say, please send that to DM so the social media manager that runs the page and posts each individual post that I'm not aware of. This is a full, beautiful company page, and we have lots going on. So I just suggest to really be heard and get a solution that you may be looking for. It could feel a little bit better and more serving to DM that, because I am not clear on fully what you are speaking to, as I do not run this account and I don't make posts. So thank you. Just sharing that for the solution that you may be looking to have. Okay, so I attract abundance with ease. The next one is, I am fully expressed. I am fully expressed. I am fully expressed. Something I really love about that affirmation is it gives the opportunity to see with grander vision, outside of maybe the limiting boxes that we find ourselves in now. It really unleashes the pure potentiality that is available in each moment, the synchronicity. It really allows an expansiveness for what can come in for you, and specifically that phrase, fully expressed. It really means to be deep in your wholeness and effortlessly sharing yourself at every facet, whatever that looks or feels like for you. It could mean being in the fullness of speaking your ideas, speaking your truth, unleashing your creativity, that beautiful sacral fire inside of us, where some of our deepest power resides in our ability to manifest. So I am fully expressed. So that's how we kind of connect to our archetypes. That's how we connect to our affirmations. And what can be really good to make the ones that can be really connected to you personally is, after meditation, maybe sit down and write down a few words that you'd like to call into your life. That could be abundance, and maybe you could rest in a statement like, I am abundant, or I attract abundance with ease. However you want to bring that energy in, but just make sure to ground it in the present moment, and most start with I am, and that can feel really good. Okay. So that's our affirmations, and now we're coming into the piece, another powerful tool for really accessing your dharma at the deepest level is archetypes. So connecting to powerful archetypes, and we have some gorgeous articles on this on Chopra.com. Also really, really full, expansive articles on crafting affirmations are available on Chopra.com. Just go in the search bar and type in affirmations or type in archetypes. So archetypes in the Vedic tradition are perennial themes that reside at the level of the collective universal soul. So these themes are representations of our collective soul's yearning, our imagination, and our deepest desires. And so we see this quite often within the Vedic lineage. It's also in myth. So a lot of those Greek and Roman mythologies that a lot of us learned as children, or maybe you've been exploring, you see certain themes where there are these very powerful symbols, and there are these kind of epic stories with very large themes, very clear patterns. And so that's a really useful tool to invoke in your life, to start exploring what are your themes and patterns, and how do you connect to them. And then what is the greater story that you're telling with your life? And keeping that at the forefront can be a piece that really keeps you anchored in your practice and really keeps your spiritual confidence really flowing. It keeps you clear on your purpose and your dharma. And that's how archetypes can be incredibly useful, especially is as connective tools to your purpose. When you're able to kind of zoom out of the picture and you're seeing the larger stories that are being told with your life, the larger themes that are coming out to play, it can be incredibly transformative to spend time with that. So within that, how you use archetypes, you use them really for their aspirational quality, for the inspiration that they provide to invoke those certain qualities. And so we just did this beautiful series, Deepak and Alicia Keys, our 21-day meditation series, and we invoked the archetype of the divine feminine. It was such a transcendent 21 days, and we had a gorgeous talk on Clubhouse about it that you'll be able to access on our website. You can also go on our app right now on Chopra, or go to the website chopra.com and connect to that series for 21 days and check out some of the beautiful deep work. At the beginning of each meditation, Deepak really explored and shared with us so much insight on using that archetypal energy. And so as we worked with it with the divine feminine, we were looking to bring forward the essence of that kind of deep, warm, quiet power, that nurturance, that deep creative ability is found within that divine feminine archetype. And when I first started my journey with Chopra many years ago at one of our retreats, the very first archetype I connected with was Ganesha. And I remember, and this may assist you as you're discovering and kind of leaning into your archetypes, but really reading through when you feel that connection, even if it's to a public figure of some sorts, or an author, or maybe a celebrity, maybe a family member, maybe a teacher, you know, people that you feel, or visions that you feel, characters that you feel deeply drawn to, really start exploring what is it that is drawing me to that particular image, to that particular essence and energy. And so I first saw the archetype of Ganesha, which many are familiar with, through the visual. And I remember saying, what is this? And I felt really pulled to it. And then when I started doing research, it actually ended up thematically fitting into my life in a powerful way, in the way that I needed it at that time. And so Ganesha represents the Lord of Light, the remover of obstacles within the Hindu tradition. And so specifically, very often, removing obstacles by actually making them clear to you in your path. So not just, I'm taking away the obstacles, it's I'm making you aware of the obstacles, and I'm bringing forward a light to aid you in dismantling and moving through it. And as I look back on that, I really realize how deep that connection was for me, and how necessary it was, and how much it informed my purpose and my dharma and my pathway. And so as you're looking at those archetypes, even if you were to think of, you know, some of the beautiful figures in history and religion, in different spiritual groupings, even on television, perhaps it's Divine Mary, perhaps it's Christ, perhaps it's an archetype that you connect with, someone living a really big life, like an Oprah, you know, in the way that she moves in the world, the way that she shares herself, the majesty, and also the wisdom that she moves with. So when you start to look at these types that you just feel this natural kind of pull and connection to, look at what some of the deeper themes at play are, and then see how that relates to you. Is that a quality you're looking to invoke to deepen in your purpose and your dharma? Or is that something that could be beneficial for your healing journey, a way to understand yourself more, a way to take up space more intentionally? So have fun with that. And I'd like to share, you know, if it's comfortable, if you guys have time today, spend a little time after this live, sit down, grab a journal, grab a pen, maybe after meditation, maybe on a walk, and start to write down some words that come up for you that you would like to feel in your life on more of a daily basis. And then I encourage you to maybe try on some I am statements with those words. What are the words? What are the feelings? What are the specific themes you are looking to invoke? My personal ones are grace and ease. And so a lot of the work I do with affirmations is rooted in that. And then when you come up with any affirmations that feel really expansive for the ways in which you're looking to move in the world, say them. Remember to say them. Write them down 5 times and put them up with tape in different areas of your house. Maybe your front door, so you remember to say it before you walk out. Maybe your mirror in the morning. And I really invite you to consider standing in front of the mirror, looking at yourself in your own eyes and saying these powerful statements to you and really letting them sink in and really practicing different ways to do it, saying it with a lot of strength, saying it with your truth, standing up straighter as you do it, maybe putting your shoulders back, maybe using more of a commanding voice as you speak that to yourself. And you can try on different flows and different methods of doing that. And find the groove that is right for you. There is no right or wrong way to do this. So what feels good for you is perfect and it's best. And when it comes to archetypes, do the same thing. Print out pictures. If you find one that you connect to, print a picture, find a picture, post it, write the words that come up for you when you see that image or when you hear potentially that person speak, or when you're observing them. What are the words that are brought forward? And then start applying those words to the way that you see and experience yourself and to the way that you move in the world. So I hope our conversation today on affirmations and archetypes was helpful. This will be available to watch later if you want to go back. And in a Self-Care Simplified series that I do each week right here on the Chopra IG Live, they are saved in our IGTVs. So you can check all of those out. We had some really beautiful full conversations around dharma and purpose throughout this entire month of July. And we are also going to be on Clubhouse this Thursday morning speaking to this as well. So I hope you will join me there. Thank you so much for watching this. And you can find a full series where we really explore dharma and purpose within our Chopra app in the iOS store. And it's called You and Your Dharma. And just for those that were interested, I'm going to give you a little peek of Savannah. I'm here at the Savannah Chopra Whole Health Retreat right now in Carefree, Arizona. And we do this retreat twice a month. So if you want to go on chopra.com and /retreats, or check in the search tab retreats, you'll be able to find more information about this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful retreat that we do here and all the others that we're going to be having live and in person this year. So just a little look. It is such a beautiful day. Big love and gratitude. Thank you for joining. Namaste.